Hi, my name is Ashish. I'm the executive chef at Leela Ambience, Gurugram. Today I'm cooking a dish for Food and Drink Festival for TravelDine. The dish is inspired from Christmas. When we think about Christmas, the thing which comes to my mind is a roast turkey with cranberry jus. Now, roasting a turkey is time consuming. Second, such a big bird, small nuclear families is challenging. So we thought, what can we do? So we thought about using chicken, using cranberry, and something which is classical because Christmas is all about rustic, classic, family. So we are doing a shepherd's pie made with chicken, infusing cranberries into it. So which would be nice, refreshing, a bit of a wine, bit of spices, and overall this is going to be a delicious dish. So the ingredients what we are using is, as I mentioned, we are making a chicken shepherd's pie. So we have used minced chicken, basic flavoring, onion, garlic, leeks, celery, carrots to cover up the back notes and give the freshness. I'll be using orange, basically a zest of orange. So this will give a nice citrusy note to my shepherd's pie. Cranberries, so I have these semi-dry cranberries with me. Mulled wine, so I'm using that incorporation, like I mentioned, it's a spice, so I'm using cinnamon and star anise. Red wine, a bit of prunes to give a darker shade because shepherd's pie is generally made with meats. And also what will happen is when prunes get cooked, it gives binding to my entire mince. And then we'll have mashed potatoes, so I have a boiled mashed potatoes, cream, butter, salt, pepper. So let's start cooking now. To start with, we'll add little oil. I always mix oil and butter. So I use half and half. So half oil, half butter. We'll melt it. At this stage, I'll add cinnamon, couple of star anise. I'm using whole not powder so that I can remove later on, and I will keep a count. So 1 cinnamon, 2 star anise. Aroma is beautiful. I love the sweetness of the spice. We'll add chopped onions. Very important, it's evenly chopped, otherwise they don't cook properly. I add little bit of salt. Right now I've just added a little bit because I want the water to ooze out. Onions cook faster. Not browning, just sweating. Chop garlic. Now I'll add chopped carrots. Chopped celery, chopped leeks, and just wait for a minute to sweat it properly. Now if I look at my mixer, it's cooked, still firm, it's not overcooked. That's the time I will add my minced chicken. At this stage, I will add more salt. A bit of a crushed pepper. Not too much, just little. And we'll wait for our chicken to get cooked. Now I'll add little thyme to it. Thyme is a very, again, not very strong herb. A lot of people add rosemary also, but for me, because I'm adding cranberry, which is a sweeter note, my preference is thyme. Just fresh thyme, remove from the main stem and just add it. Remember, herbs should be used in moderation, not too much. They should add a zing, but should not overpower your dish. Okay, my chicken is more or less cooked. Now at this stage, I will add prunes. I will add cranberries. Look at the mix, nice and colorful. Now we'll add red wine. And we'll wait for the pan to get deglazed, wine to reduce, and this to become a cohesive mass. And then we'll add a little stock to cook it further. So it's been 5-7 minutes I'm cooking this, and if you notice there are a few lumps. So what I'm doing is I'm breaking those lumps because I want a mince kind of a thing. Optional, I like to add a little tomato paste. You can add tomato puree. If you add tomato puree, cook a little bit. Tomato paste gives the sourness and also helps in binding. And at this stage, important point, if you are adding tomato puree, cook little more and then add stock. But now I have used tomato paste, so I can immediately use stock. If you don't have stock, bones, water, boil it for a while. You can add vegetable trimmings, otherwise just use plain water. That's it. Another 3 to 4 minutes of cooking and ensuring it's a cohesive mass. You can look at it's nice, colorful, Christmassy. The prunes which we add has given the darker color, so it's gone a mince meat color kind of a thing. And if still you find lumps, you can use whisks and break those. So we'll wait for 1 more minute for this to get a little dry, and then we'll start with the mashed potatoes. So now you can see my mixture is dry, it's completely set, it's moist. Now what I'll do is, first I will remove the whole spices which we added. So you remember we add 1 cinnamon and 2 star anise. 1 cinnamon, 1 star anise, and now let's for the second, yeah, I got it. Second star anise. Now we'll remove it and we'll keep it on the side. We would let it cool, and now we will start with our mashed potatoes. So first we'll add butter, decent quantity of butter, no oil in this. Cream, salt, and we'll make a nice emulsion of this. Once it mixed properly, butter is melted, it's one cohesive mass, we'll add mashed potatoes. So mashed potatoes are just boiled potatoes passed through a sieve and we get a moist one. While boiling, remember, you immediately strain once the potato is ready, otherwise potato will become too wet. If you want, you can finish the potato with egg yolk also. I don't. And I like my mashed potato to be little soft so that if I'm piping, it's evenly spread. Very important point which I forget to tell you is tasting. I haven't tasted my mince. So till time my potatoes is getting cooked, let's check if we need extra seasoning, any extra refreshment. No, it's perfect. Sometimes we get it right on the first go. Okay, so now my mash is ready, my mix is ready. Now it's only assembling left. So for assembling, I will refresh this with little bit of chopped celery. Celery will give a nice flavor to it. Imagine the flavor, it's nice, sweety because of cranberry and prunes which we added. It's meaty, so it's refreshing. Spice also we have used this sweet spices. And last but not the least, I'm using orange zest for citrusy notes. Yeah, that's it. Just mix it nicely. And there are two ways to do it. So I'll show you both the ways. First is the classical way. Any deep bowl, a Borosil bowl, a glass bowl, any ceramic bowl, you can just put the mixture at the base. Evenly spread, and then mashed potatoes. So you can put mashed potatoes directly or you can pipe it. I will use a piping bag. It's completely covered. This goes in the oven for about 3 to 4 minutes. Nice caramelized color from top, ready to eat. But what I'm using is, I'm using a torch I'll just caramelize from the top. This is done. Now we'll just garnish a little bit. So I will use fresh sarcheries. I will add a thyme sprig. Just a bit of fresh herbs. And my dish is ready. The next presentation I'm showing you is a layered presentation. I love doing these kind of thing. So in any kind of a ring, I'll just first add this mince. Press it. For this kind of a presentation, it's very important that we have just enough moisture left where there is binding, but it's not too wet that it just go flat. Now I'll use my mashed potatoes. Again, I'll torch it. For this presentation, we need to ensure that our mash was not mashed potatoes, the mash of meat was warm, because when we are charring it from top, it's only the meat which is, only the mashed potato which is getting warm and not the meat. So that's it. And my ring would be hot, so I have to hold it from down. Remove it. Again, we'll garnish it. We'll take a smaller one. We'll add a little. We'll do a thyme sprig like we did exactly the previous presentation, similar kind of a presentation. That's it, and we'll just remove the side, clean the side. We'll just clean the side, and our dish is ready. So enjoy it. Merry Christmas.